Thank you for taking the time out of your life to watch this video, and I'm really hoping that it will be helpful and instrumental to you in your healing journey and your waking up to these new spiritual energies that we're experiencing on the earth plane right now. All of the tips that I'm going to give you are what I've used on a personal level that the master within me has given me and helped me with over many years. So the first tip is to be patient with yourself. Be patient with others. Be patient with your loved ones, your friends, your colleagues. We're all going to have different views. We're all going to have different understandings. We're all beginning to remember things that we'd forgotten as these new energies start to come back online. We'll really be connecting with our souls on a deeper level. So yes, allow yourself to feel that uncomfortableness, and understand that just because your views have changed, if somebody else's that you love, their views haven't changed, it can be because they're still stuck in their fearful patterns. We've become a consciousness on the planet that's been controlled into being fearful. So it's this waking up stage. So feel uncomfortable, but be patient. Be patient with each other. Keep bringing yourself back to your heart space, because when we bring ourselves back to here, this is the seat of self. This is where we have our all-knowing. This is where our unconditional love comes from. And this is where, if we live our lives from here, then we can't go wrong in life, because this will never lie to us. Number 2, self-observation. So when you begin to observe yourself, it's very powerful, because we're all creatures of habit. And when we begin to observe ourselves, we can break the habitual patterns. We can begin to see where maybe in the past we've been unkind. I've had to unlearn spitefulness. And observation was when I really began to realize how often through my own hurts I would find myself having a dig at somebody else. And so there's power in self-observation, is in changing your own behavior, i.e. how you behave to others, but also observing how you can be triggered into a certain pattern through how other people are treating you. So when we are observing our patterns, we can begin to observe when we're giving our power away, really. So self-observation. Yeah, when we're giving our power away, which takes me on to number 3. Number 3 is find the strength within to speak your truth. Now, don't trick yourself with speaking your truth. Like I've just said, stay in the heart space. It's speak from here. Don't speak from your hurts. So this is where the observation is really helpful, when it's coupled along with speaking your truth. So I suppose not saying yes when you want to say no. That would be speaking your truth. Allow yourself to say no without explaining why you want to say no. Positive affirmations. So I've used positive affirmations a lot for many years, but I've been, rather than looking up positive affirmations, looking outside of myself to find what I felt I needed to be affirming, what I've been doing is checking in with myself, being honest with myself, asking myself, what's the matter? Why are you behaving in this way? Again, self-observation, observing, recognizing that we're in a pattern and asking ourselves. So I would sit myself down and say, what's the matter? Why are you behaving in this way? For example, for me, I've been affirming for many months, and I can feel it's really made big shifts in my life, because it's counteracted that emotion and feeling. So I'm always telling people, we're not our feelings. We are not our feelings. When we let our emotions and our feelings define us, then we're not living life genuinely through the heart space. So I sat myself down and asked myself what was the matter, and it kept coming back to life's not fair, life's really unjust, looking at the injustice in the world and always feeling like I had to be the one that was fighting for everybody else, fighting for myself. So I set up this affirmation, life is fair and just. And within days of life is fair and just, within days of observing myself and realizing when I'm going, well, that's not fair, and then saying life is fair and just, so I was counteracting the emotion with this positive affirmation. And like I say, it's really shifted things. It took me into another lifetime actually, but that's for another day maybe. So yes, positive affirmations, self-discipline. That's the next one, self-discipline. Now this is a difficult one. Find what your spiritual practice is and be disciplined enough to stick with it every day. Self-discipline, it's easier if we have a routine. So don't be tricked into thinking a routine is habit. Notice when you're doing things habitually, i.e. on autopilot, just letting the emotions and feelings take you. Self-discipline is when you're present, okay? So to be disciplined enough to know what works for you. Yoga, great. If yoga works for you because it's good for the body, it's good for the mind, bring that into your daily practice. So it's something very simple as, so I don't get out of bed in the morning until I have said my gratitude for being here on the earth plane. So my first waking thought is thank you for another day on the earth plane. Thank you for another day here to learn. And then I'll put my spiritual protection in place, protecting ourselves just so that we don't absorb other people's negativity. So I won't get out of bed until I have done those things. It's to be the gratitude, putting my protection in place, and then I will go into the day where I am doing a meditation. Might be just a short meditation some days, but that's okay. It doesn't matter how long it is. If you've got time to give yourself longer, then great. So find what is your spiritual practice: yoga, meditation, introspection, dance, singing, tree hugging, walking in nature. So that's a great one. We should all be walking in nature. So yes, self-discipline. And the last tip, it's another difficult one, is live in the now. We waste so much time looking back into the past and looking into the future. No such thing. There is only now. And when we can begin to really believe there is only now, and again, going back to the self-observation, so bringing all of these tips together, when we observe ourselves, when we check in and we catch ourselves thinking back to, God, they did this to me, or I shouldn't have done that to them, or thinking, ahead, I wonder if this is going to happen and if this is going to work out okay, and should I do this because that might happen. Bring ourselves back into the now, because that makes a massive, massive difference to how we're looking at life. Okay, so I hope those tips have helped you, those 6 tips. Be patient with yourself, be patient with others. Observe yourself. Speak your truth from the heart. Positive affirmations, self-discipline, and live in the now. If you want any further help with any of it, or there's anything that you feel you want me to talk about in these videos, then give me a shout. But I really hope that they've helped today. And if it has, give me a like. Please do subscribe to my channel, and if you feel this is helpful, or there's somebody that you feel, gosh, this would really help them, if as I've been talking you think, gosh, they need to do that, a friend, then please do share it to your social media, because the more that we're helping each other step into these new energies, the more patient and loving and kind we're being with each other, the quicker, as Greg Braden says, we will become the new human. Okay, thanks for listening. www.rachelrendell.co.uk is my website, which I'll put the details below. Okay, have a great day. Love and light.